Greetings, Luxe lovers, welcome back. Here we believe in intentional luxury and we're not afraid to invest in pieces that will work for us. So if that resonates with you, then please consider subscribing and stay a while. I hope you all had a wonderful and restful New Year's break, and here we are, fresh-faced and hopeful, ready to rock 2024 with vigor. I don't know about you, but I love watching these types of luxury wish list videos. They give me ideas, and I also enjoy hearing why people want what they want. And you all know that I'm all about intentional luxury, so I'm excited to share with you what I have my eye on in 2024. And the caveat here is that the race is long. I don't have to get everything all at once, and some of these things might not ever come to fruition this year. But I do think that preparing these kinds of mental lists do help us stay intentional and avoid any rash or impulsive purchases. Not like I would know anything about that. Plus at the end, I'll be sharing my luxury shopping resolutions and predictions for myself. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the daydreaming. First, I'll start with specific items that I'm interested in adding to my collection, and this year might be the year. The first on that list is the Van Cleef & Arpels Vintage Alhambra bracelet in yellow, gold, and malachite. I basically love my yellow hammered gold Alhambra bracelet, and I just feel like I would love another one to layer onto that, and of course, I want it in green. Next, I'm thinking about taking a quick trip to Paris this year in the spring, and while I'm there, I would love to add the Hermès Be My Love bangle in yellow or rose gold. Bees are extremely meaningful to me, and I really like the hexagon honeycomb-like design of this collection. If I do go to Paris, I'd be able to get the VAT back. Plus, I can't find any place in the US that carries this brand where I can try it on. So I would definitely want to try it on in store and then decide if I like the yellow gold or rose gold, because as you know, I'm like all over the place with the gold colors from the different houses. So it's really something I think I would have to try on. Next on my list are more like general categories of things that I know I want to buy in 2024. And one is a classy work bag. I've kind of been looking at this even the second half of 2023. So I'm still on the hunt. Things that I've been looking at, for example, are like a Bolide 35, certainly pre-loved because I think you can get a good deal. And also I was looking at the Prada re-edition tote. I really liked this one that I'll picture here. It has these beautiful gold chains, the Prada nylon. As you know from my other video about my first luxury items, like that nylon is indestructible and will last for decades. So talk about something that will work for us. These are just the two things that I'm eyeing, and I really just have to see if my laptop will fit and whether or not it would be too heavy or not. Next in these general categories, I'm looking for a nice gold chain. I've really enjoyed some chains from Epsom over the years, but I really do think I'm ready to step it up into the fine jewelry category. And over the course of this year, I've also been trying on some options, some from Roberto Coin and some from David Yurman. But maybe this is just something I need to go into the Diamond District in New York City to look into, because I could definitely save on just a typical gold chain. And I think I would get the most value from a non-designer version because gold is just gold. And as you may know, I bought this chain, this simple chain. This is actually from Cartier, and it's one of the most nondescript quiet luxury designs that they have. I'll try to put some more information here, but it definitely, you can see that it sparkles. I think I would just want something a little more heftier, and that maybe I could put some pendants on if I want to. But I have been enjoying just having like a regular gold chain sometimes when I'm not wearing my Van Cleef Sweet Alhambra chain, which I know I wear a ton. So I'll be on the lookout for that. And next, I would like to add a nice wool or cashmere black coat in 2024. As an update to my Max Mara Manuela coat review, I did end up selling it because I just looked at that video and I was like, that coat is wearing me, I'm not wearing the coat. So this is an example of an expensive item that just wasn't working for me. So I'd like to take the money that I got from selling that coat and then putting that into a better coat that I definitely know would work for my frame and my style now that I'm paying more attention to those types of things. And this could be from brands like Hermès or Max Mara itself. So be sure to follow me on Instagram if you'd like to follow the journey, because every time I do try-ons in store, I will often put pictures of what I'm trying on Instagram to see what you guys think. Now let's talk about my 6 luxury resolutions, or at least the overall guiding principles that will help be my North Star for shopping over the course of the year. And my first resolution is more color. I realized after watching my Hermes bag collection video that I'm pretty good with my foundational neutrals, which I always love. So as I add to my collection, I would love to have more fun with color. And as you know, I'm in my green era. The second resolution is I will not buy just for YouTube. I definitely see how new YouTubers get caught up in the moment and then flame out, and I'd be lying if I said this didn't happen to me. I think the best example of this was when I bought my Chanel leopard print cardigan for my leopard print video. And while I love it, I probably could have saved myself a good chunk of change by not even knowing it exists, because I wouldn't have been doing that research. And as long as I know I'm aware that kind of YouTube videos is now a trigger for me, hopefully I can manage this better in the new year to make smarter purchasing decisions. Third, I will stick to my purchasing criteria, and I'll link my explainer video up above here. I do think it's helpful, not only for me, but for anyone else who is trying to take a more intentional approach to luxury shopping. And fourth, I won't go as crazy this year because it's no longer the year of my 40th birthday. I feel like I celebrated my birthday literally all year long. So it's not gonna be like crazy milestone purchases all year, but I will still try to treat myself here and there where it makes sense. But now, 2024, we're getting more into a stabilized year where the luxury purchases that I add to my collection will be more for things that I would need and use rather for celebrating my 40th. Fifth is I actually want to use my bags more. And that not only goes with bags, but also goes for things already in my closet, like my fine jewelry. For example, I really enjoyed this gemstone piece, and I don't know if I've talked a whole lot about this, but I do enjoy gemstone jewelry. And these are just things that are in my closet hanging around, so I'd love to kind of bring them on the channel, use them, and really get enjoyment out of these pieces. I got this in like some store in New York City called Fox's. I'm not even sure if it's around anymore, but I do think it was quite affordable, and it has these beautiful like rose quartz and pearl pieces. I just love chunky jewelry like this. But going back to bags, it drives me nuts when I watch other people's least used handbag videos and even my own. And I just want to shout out to the people on camera, hey, turn off the camera and just take those bags out, including to myself. So this year I hope to be able to just use my bags and share them with you on Instagram. Now that my kids are getting a little bit older, I feel like I can wear my bags out a little more and not be totally worried that they're going to get totally soiled or messed up by the kids. And even here's an example where I wore my newest Hermès bag, which was a gift from the Beauty Luxe Lover, and fine jewelry to our local Wegmans store. So there's no place too mundane for me to class it up and actually get use out of my luxury goods. And last, let's talk about the luxury predictions I have for myself in 2024. So first I'll start with the brands that I would be frankly surprised if I shopped this year. Honestly, I'm not seeing a whole lot of Chanel in my future. I find that it is very overpriced for what it is, and the current aesthetic with the current collection out, I think it's Cruise, is just really not my style. It's a lot of pastels and also like the star bags, and that's really just not me. I'm not really seeing anything from Dior, not even Cartier, and possibly not even from Louis Vuitton. The only purchase I think I made from Louis Vuitton last year was the Kusama little pumpkin piece, and that's just because I love pumpkins so much that it compelled me. I guess I'd be surprised if I added anything from these fashion houses, but you never know. I hate to admit it, but I also may be over the Celine Triomphe. Now that I have two belts and a pair of sunglasses that have that little logo on it, I feel like I might have gotten my fix. And that's not to say I wouldn't add a Celine bag potentially, but I think my fixation with that little gold logo is a little alleviated. And I also can't believe I'm saying this, but I might be reaching my limit when it comes to Hermes with the Kelly buckles. I probably won't be adding a whole lot of Kelly buckle items. And I'm talking Kelly wrap bracelets, shoes with the Kelly buckles, unless you know it's an actual Kelly bag. I also might be reaching my limit of the Chandankra design. Now, I have talked a lot about how much I love this design, but I do have it in my in the loop bag, my silver ring, and now even in my rose gold ring, which I do love. But I just might need to pause on this design so I don't look like Chandankra roadkill. Also, I don't see any more Hermes mugs in my future. I have about 4 now, and I think that's enough to have them in good rotation. So I think I might cool it on the tableware. On the brighter side, I do think 2024 may be the year I purchase a bag from Prada or Saint Laurent. In my former bag try-on videos, I absolutely fell in love with the Saint Laurent Jamie 4.3 small bag. This bag had such supple leather and it was super chic with that crossbody design with the chain straps. And it just seemed like a great all-around bag to have. And as mentioned at the beginning of this video, I also fell in love with the Prada re-edition bag, potentially for work. And also I really loved the Chloe bag with the green crystals. That was super, super beautiful. And I've been eyeing the little card holder with the crystals on it, so we'll see if I add that as a pop of color. This is the year that our family will also be taking a cruise, so I'm sure I'll be wanting to buy some things either for that trip or on that trip, and maybe, just maybe, this will be the year that I buy a hobo shoulder bag, a chain strap bag, or a shearling bag next year. And while I don't want to jinx it, I'm gonna call it right now, but I firmly believe that 2024 will be the year of the quota bag. Fingers crossed. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and double down and predict that I will get 2 quota bags. And we're just gonna manifest those puppies right out of the air. Not only am I hopeful that my special order will arrive this year after putting in my order in March of 2022, but I also think I'm well positioned in my new local boutique for a very special particular bag. My only worry is that I'm not sure how the rules will work in 2024 now about how many quota bags you can be allotted. I've heard some conflicting information. So I would hate for one bag to knock me out of the running for another bag, but it is 2 different stores. So I do know that they can check my profile to see what I've purchased. I'm just really hoping that it works out. I also, like I said, may take a trip to Paris. So we'll see what kind of luck I have when I try the Paris lottery system. I have some theories on that too. And if anyone knows in the comments how 2024 is going to work in terms of quota bags, please let us know in the comments. So thank you to those who've stayed with me till the end. I'd love to know in the comments what your wish list items are. And if you have any luxury resolutions of your own, I welcome you to follow me on Instagram if you'd like to see more on whether I get these wish list items and other luxury moments. If you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to go down the rabbit hole that is my luxury chit chat playlist, and I'll put that link here. Please like it if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!